What happened when my boss stole my project and presented it as his own until one meeting exposed everything? I had been working at the company for 2 years, climbing slowly but steadily. I wasn't the loudest in meetings, but I was thorough. I researched, planned, and double-checked every project I touched. So when I came up with a new marketing strategy that could save the company thousands, I poured my heart into it. I built detailed slides, data charts, and examples of how it would work. I rehearsed until I knew every point by memory. This was my chance to prove myself. The day of the presentation, I set up early. My manager, Mr. Collins, walked in just before the meeting began. He asked to glance over my slides so he could introduce me properly. Nervous but trusting, I handed him my flash drive. He nodded, tucked it into his laptop, and said, "I'll kick things off." I didn't think much of it until the meeting started. When the lights dimmed and my slides appeared on the screen, Mr. Collins cleared his throat and began presenting. But he wasn't introducing me. He was speaking as if the entire idea was his. My jaw dropped as he clicked through chart after chart I had spent weeks perfecting. "This is my vision for the next quarter," he declared confidently. "I believe this strategy could increase revenue by 20%. Around the table, executives nodded. They asked him questions and he stumbled, fumbling through numbers he barely understood. Instinctively, I answered one when he froze. A few heads turned my way, curious. Mr. Collins forced a laugh. "Yes, Emily's been helping me with the research." Helping? I had created everything. My blood boiled, but I stayed silent, terrified of speaking up in front of leadership. After the meeting, my coworkers whispered, "That was your work, wasn't it?" I forced a smile, but felt sick. Mr. Collins patted my shoulder. "Team effort, right? Team effort," but my name was nowhere on the slides. I went home that night angry, humiliated, and questioning whether I'd ever get credit for anything. The following weeks were worse. Mr. Collins continued to pitch my strategy to higher-ups as his own. He even won praise from the CEO, who called it innovative and bold. My stomach churned as I watched him take bows for work that wasn't his. Every compliment he got felt like a knife in my chest. I considered quitting, but something inside me refused. If I walked away, he'd win. Instead, I started documenting everything: drafts, timestamps, emails, proof. Still, the humiliation lingered. In hallways, people congratulated Mr. Collins while I walked by invisible. At lunch, someone joked, "Emily, maybe you'll get credit next time." I laughed weakly, but at night, I cried into my pillow. It wasn't just about the project, it was about dignity, about being erased in front of everyone. The breaking point came when the executives scheduled a follow-up meeting to evaluate the plan's progress. This time, I was prepared. As Mr. Collins began fumbling through another set of slides, the CEO interrupted. "These numbers don't match the original projections. Emily, you seem to know them well last time. What's your view?" My heart pounded, but I took a breath and pulled out my own folder. "Actually, these are the real figures," I said, passing copies around the table. "I developed the plan, so I've been tracking results closely." Silence fell. The CEO's eyebrows shot up. He glanced between me and Mr. Collins, whose face had gone pale. "You developed the plan?" he asked. I nodded firmly. "Yes. Every slide, every calculation. I can provide the drafts and email records." The room shifted instantly. Executives leaned forward, asking me questions directly. Mr. Collins tried to interject, but the CEO cut him off. "We'll speak later." For the next 30 minutes, I explained the strategy in detail, answering questions with confidence. The more I spoke, the more the executives' respect shifted my way. It was the moment I had dreamed of being heard, finally, on my own terms. Afterward, Mr. Collins was removed from overseeing the project. I was promoted to lead it. He avoided me in the office, humiliated, but still unwilling to apologize. I didn't need his apology. The recognition I had earned was enough. That experience taught me something I'll never forget. Silence only benefits the ones who steal credit. Speaking up, even when your voice shakes, can change everything. And every time I sit at my new desk, I remember the day my boss tried to erase me and how the truth put my name back where it belonged.